Is this thing on? Hello?
This thing on? So
testing.
Get drugs.
Whew. What's up, pals?
Heyo!
What's up?
Welcome
You know
back.
Yeah?
If you're listening, you know what's going on. This is a podcast, right? We talk about the very important stuff.
Yes. We talk to
our
you
lives.
and you...
And you listen,
take...
hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully.
You maybe check out after 20 minutes because it may be too long for you, but I listen to podcasts way longer than this.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
But regardless, whether you listen to 1 minute or the whole thing, we appreciate you listening.
Shaitcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Here we are. Good times, gooder people.
Episode 7?
Number 7.
7. Jeez,
Dane.
Lucky number.
Ryan.
T-E-R-L. Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, Javi, not with us.
Javi, not with us. But I believe, I've heard through the grapevine,
Yes.
he will be back next week.
Word on the streets.
Damn, he's coming back.
Dang.
For the hobby fans.
Dang.
Monos fans.
Gonna hit him with the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah.
Be ready, Javi. I know you're listening.
Come on, Brett.
You better listen. If you don't listen to your own podcast,
Then fake.
But, yeah. We say this every single time. If you are rejoining us, thank you for coming back. Thank you for listening continuously.
Thank you for your service.
If this is your first time, what are you doing listening
on the
to episode 7?
Come on. You probably was like... You probably talked to one of us and be like, oh, I'll listen to your podcast, and you just click on the most recent one. And then I'll probably text you right after and like, yo, you got to start from the beginning. And maybe you could skip the first one, whatever, if you want to get... It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you have to listen in sequential order, because we get better. I think we're getting better. I hope so.
I hope so.
Getting better, getting drunker. And
So we'll wait.
Oh, yes.
We'll wait.
Yes.
And...
Speaking of drunker, today's sponsor... We have
Whoa.
No spawns,
Not
no
sponsored.
spawns, absolutely not spawns.
Not sponsored. YouTube.
I don't want to get trademarked or copyrighted.
YouTube, don't come for us. This is not sponsored.
Absolutely not sponsored. This is a joke. All right, but we do. This is the first podcast that we've had that we usually take a couple shots or drink in betwixt our podcast, and this is the first one that we're doing Hennessy, my personal favorite alcoholic beverage. Right, yes. And this wouldn't be possible without our friend DeAndre.
Yes. Shouts out to DeAndre.
My old coworker, Dane's old coworker, Javi's old coworker at this point. Yeah, he's moving to Reno next Wednesday, and he's moving on to bigger and better things. He's taking care of his life. He's doing what's right for him, and that's what we hope to portray in this podcast. Is we want to build a culture of people doing what they want to do, but in a smart way. Mm-hmm. Because people want a lot of things always, especially if they're comparing their self on social media. Like, oh, maybe I want to go to Bali, or maybe I want to go to the beach, or whatever.
Yeah.
But you have to know yourself before you can trust what you want. That's
Absolutely.
what I think. I think so.
Absolutely.
I could be wrong. Whatever.
Embrace change. Embrace change.
Embrace the change. So, shout out to DeAndre. He gave us a small Hennessy bottle to get us warm and ready for today's podcast. So, man,
shouts out to you.
Yes, safe travels out to Reno.
Yes.
That's an 8-hour drive. And you know what? Quick story. I went to Reno once in my life. Went to go visit one of my pals that I deployed with in Afghanistan when I was in the Army. And on the way back, I was told not to speed through towns, but on the way back, I knew it was an 8-hour trip, and I was like, I gotta get home, bro. This is bullshit. I'm not even in Reno. I'm off of vacation now, so I have to just get home.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I get pulled over in some rinky-dink town that only has like 10 houses, right next to a big lake that probably no one goes in unless they're fishing for like mercury-filled salmon.
Yes.
And I get pulled over, and the worst thing about that was I get pulled over in a spot where there's a million flies flying. So I get pulled over, and I have to roll down my window, and then flies just absolutely swarm. And I promise you, I think I still have 1 or 2 flies in my car from that year, and that was in 2016, maybe 2015.
Dang. They're just living rent-free.
Rent-free in Reno? Not even Reno. Halfway to Reno. So I got pulled over. The cop gave me a speeding ticket, and that was my second one within a 3-month period, and that pissed me off.
Damn.
And I was mad, but I had a great time with my boy Bab out in Reno, and I took one of my other members of my platoon out there to experience it with me. We went to Lake Tahoe. It was great. Cold water, but beautiful scenery.
Of course.
Yeah, dude.
Of course.
The people out there, I don't know if I could jive with them, but they were cool too. But I got a speeding ticket, came back home, and started back to work again. Whatever. It was whatever. I just have flies on my front.
Long story
my
short,
dashboard.
flies
That's
living
all I'm
rent free
saying.
in your car because you got a speeding ticket.
Yeah. I had to pay for the funerals and all of that.
Ooh.
Yuck.
But yes, shouts out to DeAndre. Thank you for supplying us
With
our
the
drinks.
cognac.
Yes.
With the cognac from Cognac, France. If you didn't know what cognac was, I guess it's a place in France where they make Hennessy from.
Ah.
I just found that out. So, yeah, Hennessy is a cognac, and cognac is a place, and cognac is a place in France. So,
I guess we're going to France.
I guess so. Parlez-vous.
Looking right now.
Only du fromage. Shout out to Dexter's Lab. Didi?
Didi?
What are you doing, my laboratory? Oh, God.
But yes, DeAndre, we wish you the best. Thank you.
And safe travels.
Thanks for being a good friend to us.
Oh, absolutely.
To everybody at Lib, because we're filming this on Saturday, September
yes.
18th. While everybody's at Lib, we're sitting here
Oh, what's
filming.
Lib, really quick?
Oh, it's Life is Beautiful. It's a 3-day music
Right.
and art festival.
Music and art festival.
Music and art
Very
festival.
important.
That happens every year, except for last year because of COVID. But this year they were able to bring it back with safety measures, of course.
Of course.
But unfortunately, we are not attending this year.
Yeah, well,
But that's okay.
things happen. Events
Things happen.
transpire.
Yes.
And we have to roll with the punches.
Of
Now,
course.
do I have FOMO? A little bit. The lineup was
Yeah.
great, but for some reason, I don't have that much FOMO. But other festivals that I may miss this year, because there's so much going on this year.
Yes,
I think we
there's a
talked
lot.
about it a couple. No, actually, we didn't. But there's a couple festivals going on this year that I hope to go to. Probably won't though. Saving money.
Dane
Living better.
Vegas.
Dane Vegas.
Man.
Whatever.
But yeah, to everybody at Lib, life is beautiful right now. We hope you are having the times of your life.
Well, at the
Making
time that you hear this,
Yes.
I hope you have had the time of your life, and I hope that makes you understand that life is actually beautiful, and you have to
Yes.
appreciate it. The people that you meet there at music festivals, they just want to have fun in different aspects, of course. I think I've met a lot of people that, not necessarily people that I've continued to be friends with after the festival, but I could have if I actually tried to hit them up. I've gotten a bunch of Snapchats from people like, nice to meet you, bro. I've met them at like a Leon Bridges
Yeah.
set one year. I don't know. It was great though. Sharing love for music and art in the downtown Las Vegas area was, I don't know, it's pretty great.
Yeah. I love
think
the
it's
idea
great.
of it.
Yeah. But yeah, please be safe. Drink water. It's
Yes.
still a little hot out here. I don't
Yeah.
know.
You know Vegas.
It's bullshit. We don't get cold until October hits, probably mid-October at this point.
Yeah. So yes, we hope you're being safe and you're having fun, or you had fun and you were safe. Life is beautiful because of you. We posted that the other day. Just
Yes.
remember that.
Yes.
Life is beautiful because of you, and we hope you're making some wonderful memories with people you love.
And if you're not going to remember them, at least record them.
Yeah, at least record.
That's my problem. I want to remember so many things, but I have bad memory, like I told you every episode. And so I try to take as many pictures or videos that I can, but sometimes it doesn't work out, and that's okay.
Caught up in the moment.
That is okay. It's okay to not record sometimes. It's
Yes,
okay to
it for sure is.
just
Live.
feel it.
Yes.
Even if you won't remember it, just feel it. I think we might touch on that a little bit later in
We
the
shall.
Potty Pod. But yes.
But yeah, I had something else to say, but I don't know anymore.
All
the Henny's
right.
getting to me.
Hey, anything is possible.
But yeah, so we carry on.
And we stride. And we
Yes.
stride on. Right?
But yeah, I know you got some. I don't have any notes. Like I feel like we
Off
get
top, DJ
Yeah.
Direk, spin that beat, right? I don't know what he said. It's been years.
here. But yeah, I know you kind of have some things you would like.
I have 3 notes.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to let you guys know right now. 3 notes. I don't know which order I'm going to go in. Let's see. Okay, well, let's start off with something not too deep,
Okay.
but it could get into deep. We're going to talk about children,
Ooh,
kids.
the kiddos.
So, first of all, I love kids
Same.
because, I don't know, they're new humans in my eyes, and they have fresh perspectives, and they're not tainted by what the world has to offer, I guess. So they don't have any preconceived notions about how to feel or how to think. They're just growing, and they have creativity. And there's no boundaries yet until the parents or school or whatever society instills into them. I think children are amazing, and we have a lot to learn from them because we lose that over time, especially living in a place like America or really anywhere that has an established lifestyle. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know. But how many kids would you like? First question. Be
How
real.
many
Be
kids?
real. Be realistic. here.
Realistic. I guess I don't have like a specific number that I would want, but I think I would cap it at 4.
Whoa.
I would cap at 4.
Big cap.
A family of 6 is where I would cap
Family of
it.
6.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a certain gender amount that you would like in those 4 children?
No.
It could be 4 girls, 4
girls, 4 boys, 2-2, 3-1.
Whoa. 1-3.
Can't control that.
You can.
Can.
I mean, you can. But will not pay the extra just to choose.
So I have no preference.
Fair. Okay. What about names? Do we have? Because I've thought about this since high school.
Yeah.
You know, that's when I started thinking about kids. Like, oh man, in my days, thinking about being 25, I thought I'd have my first kid at 25. I thought I'd be married by 25, or maybe married by 25, have my first kid by 30. And look at me now. What's going on? What
Time.
the fuck?
What's going on?
Hey.
Slow
have you
down.
thought about names? I mean, before it was because it always changes. Like
It for sure changes. Yeah.
The cool name. I don't know, because I used to go. I wanted to be different, but I also wanted to be cool. So, like, I think the first couple of years, I thought about having kids. I was like, man, I should name one of my kids like Blaze or fucking Kaiser. I don't know, dude. Something with a Z.
Something unique.
At the time, it was. A couple of years later, everyone's named Blaze and Kai or Kaiser.
I've heard Blaze.
Zachariah. Or something with Z. Something with a letter that's not normally used. ZZ. Oh, God. And then years after that, I was thinking just regular names, and then middle names would be Hawaiian because
of course
I'm from Hawaii and I care about my heritage. I'm not fully Hawaiian, no, but I grew up around Hawaiians or people that are from Hawaii, and it took a hold of me. And now I'm like, whatever sounds good and it means something to me. And nowadays, substance and stuff that means something to me is very important. So I don't know. I don't really have any set names or names that I think would be cool now. Or I have ideas, but nothing I would say that I want my kids to learn. Yeah. Or to be named. What about you? What about names?
I've for sure thought about names too, but like I said, it changes all the time.
It always changes.
So I don't have any off the top.
Have you had one before that you're like, this might be the one? If I have a kid,
no,
I haven't.
Like I've thought about names and I'm like, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It's something I think about every so often.
Okay,
but I guess reverting back to the preference of gender, I would hope to have at least one boy to carry on the last name. Of course, because as I think I've said this before. But my brother and I are the last 2 boys to carry on the Wahinehookae last name. So I would hope to have at least one boy to carry on the legacy of the Wahinehookaes.
Absolutely fair. Now, I just want to touch on how different people can think on this situation because, as history has shown, the male, they usually, the couple usually takes on the male's last name. Now, yes. We are in a progressive age now. People are just asking questions, doing things differently than what is norm. What is the norm? Yeah. How do you feel about if a guy would take the female's last name? Would you do that? Would that be something you would do if the female was intent on doing that? Would you do that?
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Right. It's not something people normally think about, but it's a cool perspective to think about.
Yes, definitely. But I think for me personally, I probably would hyphenate.
Fair, and that's what my name is. I don't know why my parents did it. Well, maybe because they weren't together after they had me. But that makes sense.
Yeah. And if my future wife wanted to hyphenate, I would be happy with that.
Absolutely. I think that makes more sense.
Yeah, to hyphenate.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get rid of my last name. I couldn't.
Right. Legacy, you gotta carry it on.
I
think it's fair. I think everyone should actually hyphenate it unless one of them says, I don't really need my name to be in the, I think that's fair. I think that's cool. Yeah. Hyphenating names are cool unless you're doing a Scantron test and you got to fill the bubbles in. And that's what I had to do.
Not enough.
There's no hyphen on the ABC through Z, and then the 0 through 9. I don't know why that was an option.
Looks like one long last.
Yeah. And then you get to choose whatever you want to go by. Like, I normally go by Montero, but I'm always going to keep Tokahisa with me. And that's the reason I'm not a junior, because I have the same exact name as my dad, except a hyphen and my mom's maiden name.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. It adds personality to people.
Do you want a junior or no?
I don't know anymore. Maybe back then I was like, man, I want it to be like me. I want. That's kind of selfish to think, because now in my mental state, I'm all about being you.
Yes.
Everyone has to be themselves.
Originality.
My kid, my wife, whatever. They have to be who they are, and if I set them up with a name like my name exactly and they're junior, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but some kids might take it as, oh, I got to be like my dad. No, I want my kids, my brothers, my sisters, I want them to be better than me. I want to set them up for more than I could ever achieve, and I learned that through a lot of my friends and seeing how they nurture their relationships with their siblings. I want them to be better than me, and I want them to have their own identity. They don't have to have my name. If they want to name their kids after me, cool, because I might name my kids after someone in my family, or like higher up in my family tree. Or at least like a middle name or something, just to pay homage. But no, I don't know if I'd have a junior.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking the same.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want people to just be themselves, not be compared, or have someone else in their mind when someone's saying their name. Yeah. So probably not.
Yeah.
But it also isn't my choice. I feel like it's the wife's choice. I don't know. They're the one birthing it. They have
for sure.
It's probably like a 60-40 split. They're doing it. I have fun, and then they have not fun for 9 months. So hey, whatever. To each their own.
We appreciate you.
Actually, well. Before we move on to that, that's a good segue, but before we move on to that, quick random question. Would you push your kids to have, or to be in sports? Or what, activity-wise, would you push for that, or what would you do whilst raising a kid?
I would want them to, but it's not something I would force them. I wouldn't force it upon, but I would like them to. I guess more so just because it's stuff that I like, and I want to see, like, sports-wise, probably, like, for me, I would like to see them. I mean, yeah, like football or basketball.
But at least try it.
Yeah, but I would love for them to dance, though.
Hey,
I would love that.
I feel like anyone can dance. And people that say you can't dance, you just don't want to try. And when I say dance, I'm not talking about the choreography that I learned from my dance team or whatever. I'm just saying, when you hear music, just move.
Yeah.
Naturally. Don't be forced. Yeah. Just have a little ditty bop, a little groove. But I guess that goes into having them like music, and that's the only thing I will force my kids into.
Music.
If they don't like music, they're not my child. You cheated on me.
You're
not my son or daughter, or whatever it will be whenever I have a kid. You are not my child if you don't like music.
Yes.
I am so sorry about that.
It doesn't matter what kind, honestly. If you love music, then
you have to appreciate every art form, really.
Yes.
You have to appreciate things. Damn, that's another segue. But I'm going to keep on chopping.
We'll keep on.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, there's stuff I would, like, me personally would like my kids to do, but it's something I will never force on them.
Of course.
If they don't want to do it, then they'll find something else.
Yes.
And I will support them 100%.
I will instill a mindset of, you got to do something, though.
Yes.
I don't want my kids to be lazy.
Yes, absolutely.
I want them to be inspired. And I think that's kind of, I don't know if that happens normally. Like, inspiration normally comes from yourself, an event that inspires you or that triggers something from you.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got inspired for music from. Maybe it was through dance or whatever, but I want them to be inspired by something. So I think I should be able to, by the time I'm a parent, I should be able to teach them how to appreciate things, which in turn turns into inspiration, and then they can find what they want. I'm going to let them choose what they want to do. Yikes. Yeah. And from there, it's all good, because they're going to do trials and tribulations. They'll figure out what they want, what they don't want, and they'll be good from then. But that is the one thing I will instill, besides loving music. Yes. You have to know how to accept inspiration, or the equation, kind of like slope.
Yes.
MX
plus B. MX plus B
equals Y or some shit. Slope. You give them the equation. At least they know how to compute everything, and then they can find out their own answer. But if you don't, if they have to figure it out on their own, it might take a lot longer than you did. I don't know. I'm getting off topic.
We'll encourage, won't force.
Absolutely.
But need to find something, but we'll always have a strong support system in whatever they choose to do.
Yes. Support.
Man, kids.
Support. Kids.
Can't wait, but can.
If your kid played football, for example, would you be one of those parents at the high school game, freshman high school game, because I was just at one this morning? Would you be one of those parents like yelling on them, you gotta get in there, man, why are you not playing aggressive, you're playing lazy right now, or just making jokes? Would you be a loud sport parent?
I wouldn't. You know how I am, and I wouldn't.
I don't know why I asked. Just for them.
For sure.
Audience.
Yeah. I for sure wouldn't be that person. I mean, if anything, it would come afterwards. But it'd be encouraging. It wouldn't be like...
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
But it wouldn't be during... That's not me. It's not.
Also, I was thinking about it today. I was like, it's funny, though. Because I was hearing all these parents yell. I was at my little brother's freshman football game. And the parents that were yelling were coaches of football, like my dad and my dad's friend. They coach football, so they know, But... I don't know if I could be that. When I'm yelling, I don't think of anything like funny or like anything that they could take home or actually process. So I probably wouldn't say anything. It would be an afterthought or after the game kind of thing, conversation. But that was the last question for that one.
Kids.
Childs. Man, I can't wait.
Can't wait, but can.
I can wait. I can wait, but I cannot wait too long.
Yes.
Also depends on your partner. Right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
There is an expiration date on females for reproduction, of course, and unfortunately. But that's life, and we strive.
Yes. Strive.
Oh, man. What was the other thing? Well, there was 2 tangents, and I only remember one.
There was we were leewaying into something, but you wanted to stay on topic.
Well, I wanted to ask all those questions. I guess we could a little bit touch on the female thing.
Okay.
I don't know how to say this. I don't know if I could be wrong about this. Yes. I don't even know if this is the right term, but I would like to say that I'm a feminist in a way. Only because I don't know. I empathize with females nowadays, and all the bull crap that they got to put up with, caused by men, and also other females, but mostly by men. The power dynamic of men being physically stronger, and they have to provide and lead and do all this stuff, and then they expect a woman to be in the kitchen. Back in the days, that's what was expected of women, and nowadays,
stereotypes.
Women empowerment, sure, and I love that for them, and they deserve more than that. But there's still a glass ceiling over women in this lifetime, and the biggest reason for that is because of men, and how we have this preconceived notion that everything we work hard and then we just get everything in return from another human being. Just because the gender is different doesn't mean that we're entitled by any means. And I do think that women are the more dominant species in all other aspects except the physical aspect. And it sucks that it's like that, but man, can you imagine if women were also stronger than us? Damn. That would be a very strong dynamic switch.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
We would be bitches. I'm cooking grilled cheese at 9:30 at night if she gets off at 9. That's it. Women deserve it all, man. I tweet about it all the time, and I want men to start appreciating women. You take notes from your mom, you know. I mean, my mom. Some people's parents are different, but that's where I learned a lot about appreciating what women do for everyone in this world is from my mom, because she does 10 times more than I ever thought any human being should be able to do, you know. I think that the husband could do more than just go to work, make the money, bring food to the table, but who's preparing that food? Who's raising the children? Who's taking them to practices? Who's doing all this stuff while you're at work bonding with coworkers?
Behind the scenes stuff.
Sure. Behind the scenes is more important than, you know, that's why it's behind the scenes. They don't get the credit for it. And I think it's bullshit, man. Guys, you really guys, every guy out there, even women, you need to build up your feminine figures in your life.
Build each other up.
Please, dude.
Support each other.
Give them more appreciation than you give yourself.
Yes.
Your bros, whatever, because they deserve it more than me, Dane, anyone in my life does.
For sure.
They do more.
For sure.
Doesn't matter your situation.
Yeah.
More than likely, the women in your life are doing more than the men.
I've said it before, not on here. I don't think I've said it on the podcast, but I've said it before for sure. Women are a blessing.
Absolutely. It's a privilege.
Yes.
Women are a privilege.
Absolutely.
I'll let that resonate. I'm not going to explain that one.
Yes.
You think about that shit, man, because once you come to the realization that you shouldn't be treating women like objects or sex symbols or whatever you think about women, you shouldn't be treating them like that. You need to treat them like not even a trophy, because that's an object. You need to treat them not only as an equal, but maybe a little bit more because of all the hardships they dealt with. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might have been a tangent, but
I'll say, females, y'all are blessings to us.
Yeah, and
we are grateful for you.
Very grateful, dude.
Man.
I can't say more about it. I don't have enough words for that, but
that's what I have. That's what I have to say. Grateful for y'all.
Absolutely, you are appreciated by us. The
for
good
sure,
times,
100%.
People, we are behind you. And if you ever need anything and you want to talk about, or if you want us to say anything on your behalf, or if you want to be on this podcast, please, we would love to have.
Let us know.
Starting after episode 10, episode 11.
Episode 11, we're ramping things up.
Yeah.
Ramping it up.
Stay freaking tuned.
Be ready.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got in these notes here.
We went
over the kids thing. I didn't have the female thing in the notes, but that was very important. I could never forget that.
Actually.
Is it?
Shots to the females?
Shot o'clock. Oh, yes,
Shots to the females.
Of course. Shots out to the females.
Let's go.
And to everyone at Lib right now.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are great, man. Thanks for listening.
We appreciate you a lot.
Appreciate you.
Like I said, I feel like we say this every time, and I don't care if you're tired of hearing it. We seriously appreciate you.
Yeah. For all you 25 people that may listen to us right now.
Thank you.
Then maybe in a year or two, all the 1,000 people that listen to us. It doesn't matter. We're just speaking from the heart. And if you want to listen, so be it.
Cheers to you listening. Cheers to the females. Cheers to
the children.
Cheers to the children.
Cheers to the Blazes and the Kaisers out there, man. That's for you.
Woo! Bottle done. Woo! Bottle's done.
Oh, Henny's done. All right.
What's next?
I don't know which one to go for. Let's go with appreciation. Now, quick story. I went to it's called, I don't know, there's so many names for it. There's an app called Fever, and there's also a company called Fever that hosts a event, I guess you could say, and the event was called Candlelight. And what that means is normally Fever hosts the Candlelight event. Basically, for example, the one that I went to was a pianist, a piano artist, playing Chopin's best work. That's what the one that I went to was. Chopin was a classical pianist, I guess, back in the day, known for a lot of amazing melodies. Mm-hmm. Obviously he didn't sing, he was just playing chords. And this was the first time I've ever been to, it's not even a concert, it was just like yes, there were candles in there. There were the switch-on kind, not the fire one.
Oh, okay.
But I went. It was somewhere downtown, like next to some gentleman's club. But it was like it was an event space. So I went down there, bought a ticket, and I sat down, and there were candles everywhere. It was like a real classy event. I dressed up. I wore a turtleneck.
Dang.
I wore some plaid
pants,
dude. I wore some Chelsea. No, I didn't wear Chelsea. Wingtips is what they call it. I wore some wingtips.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
I was a little bit fancy. I wanted to blend in. I didn't want to stand out. So I went there, and I listened to this lady named Alexandria Lay, whatever, and she was a pianist all her life, and she studied the work of Chopin. I think that's how you say it. Mm-hmm. And she did a whole hour and 5 minutes of his best work.
Wow.
So she played it on the piano. Now, if you don't know this about me by now, I am a very observant person, and I appreciate a lot of things. And what I typed in my notes is appreciation of things, and that it's an undervalued trait. Now, what I mean by that is, yeah, a lot of people can say they're grateful for things. They appreciate, oh, thank you for buying me groceries. Oh, thank you for getting me in and out when you didn't have to. Yes, that's great. That's good practice of appreciation.
Yeah.
But I take it a step further because there's more to it than just the surface level, thank you for doing this thing. Like, I can't imagine how many years that this person, Alexandria Lee, took to, I don't know, study piano and also study this guy's work, Chopin. And apparently he died when he was 39. He was all the great artists, for some reason, always have some mental problem, and they always died way too soon.
Yeah.
And I don't know, when I see someone doing their passion, I get passionate about that. I think I've said that before. Like,
no, I'm sure you have.
When you lose yourself in the thing that you love the most, that's like the top tier of artistry.
Yeah.
Is losing your sanity because you love something so much.
Yeah.
And you also get to provide for people for generations. Like this guy probably died, I don't know when he died, but I'm assuming it was like the 1800s, maybe 1900s.
Yeah.
And his work is still being appreciated by some, lady in 2021 sharing his music that changed people's lives.
Yeah.
And there was no lyrics to his songs. She was just playing.
Yeah.
She was just going, and then you could see her hands lifting off the piano board so elegantly, and she lost herself playing somebody else's art.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know, that shit is amazing to me.
You feel it.
You really do. And that was just a copy of what somebody made. Imagine if that was the person that made it, seeing absolute creativity in live moment.
Yeah.
Somebody's going through some shit. Choreography for dance.
Yeah.
Someone made a choreography piece, and they felt a certain type of way about it, and then they express it through their face, their actions, their details.
Yep.
And you see that, and not too many people understand how to appreciate art. Painting, dancing, music, really anything, photography, whatever. I think I have a knack for understanding how much time, effort, blood, sweat, tears go into something that people are passionate about, and that's why I think it's an undervalued trait.
I agree.
People can say that, like, oh man, I like music, I love music. Oh, Kanye, CLB, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You don't dig deep to the root of it all. Like, man, Kanye West made this album for his mom because she died.
Yeah.
That was an inspiration. That's creativity. That's something you don't get to have unless you go through it. That came from a real place.
For sure.
And I don't know if I were to switch it to the beauty of women. Maybe a female you're talking to is from the Middle East, and like, man, I love the way that their hair is. I love their culture.
Yeah.
I love the things that their culture teaches. Like, I kind of like prime numbers in math. Do you remember?
Ah, yes.
8 is not a prime number. What is it, like 2 or some shit?
I honestly.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Prime numbers, maths.
Fucking hate math.
Maths.
I hate school, but just reducing every piece of creativity to its prime number, its base point, and appreciating that is something that I think a lot of people in general just don't do.
Yeah.
I pride myself on it. It might not be something that other people care about.
Yeah.
But I think it's important. I don't know.
Saying you're appreciative, or actually,
I can show people that I'm appreciative.
Yes.
I can tell you why I appreciate that.
Yes.
Some people can just say it.
Just say
I
it.
appreciate you. Why? Okay.
Just saying in the act of.
I can make a class out of appreciativeness, and that's not a word.
Appreciativeness.
Yes. And that's, I don't know. I just wanted to go on a rant and say that
Yes.
If you are grateful, try and be as specific as you can be.
Yes.
Because, you can just say, hey, thank you for this, but, like, I could also say, like, hey, thank you for buying me this drink, but also, thank you for being a friend to me for the last 5 years. And,
Yes.
always reaching out to me every once in a while, even though we don't talk that much.
Yeah.
But you were always there for me with open arms,
Yeah.
and thank you for that. See, that's different from being just like, yo, thanks for buying me this Henny and Coke at Commonwealth.
Yeah.
It's more to think about, and I go down the rabbit hole when I think about
small
stuff
things,
like
big
this.
things, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Be grateful.
That was my rant.
Be appreciative. Yeah.
All of that. All of that.
All of it makes life better. It does.
Do you have any stories about grateful? Or really anything? What do you got today? What do we got?
What do I got?
What have you been thinking about, dude? I know you've been thinking about something.
Have I though?
Yes, you have. I feel like you think every day. But do you know how to put it into words? Figure it out.
Yeah, I think that's the thing I need to get better at is putting it into vocalizing it.
Vocalizing. What's a struggle you've been going through recently? Internally. Be vulnerable with the audience here because they'll appreciate it, and I will too.
Yes. I think personally, one thing that I'm struggling with now, and I think I've struggled with, all my life, I would say, is confidence.
Okay. Give me an example.
I'm just, I don't know. I've struggled with, like, I guess, for example, when it comes to dance, I love to dance, but when I get put into a spotlight,
yes,
I freak out. I get anxiety. And I feel like dance should give you confidence.
Yeah.
But for me, I think it's just the way I'm a very shy person. I'm very reserved. I don't like being in the spotlight. But I don't know. And I guess for me personally, going to the gym, bettering my health, bettering myself.
Right.
That should build confidence too.
It should.
And it definitely does, but at the same time I'm kind of just like, I don't know. That's something I definitely struggle with on the daily, I would say. Is confidence.
I'd like to unpack that. What do you think the reason is for that? The deepest reason. Why do you think that you struggle with that? Or why anyone struggles with confidence?
I'd probably say it comes down to yourself, your mind, your thinking of just kind of like overthinking it, I guess, or thinking, I don't know. I'm trying to put the words together right now, but there's a lot of words that are jumbled.
I've also struggled with confidence. There's a lot of reasons that I've had. One would be like, do I care about others' opinion about me? That's
too.
One of the bigger ones. That's one of the first things everyone will say because
for sure.
I mean, people want to not care, but they do. Why? I don't know. We can unpack that later.
Human.
We could prime number that down later.
Yeah.
That or I don't know, actually. That's a good one, though. That's something for everyone to think about because it's different for everyone.
Yeah. And I think that's where it comes down to is I don't know why. I think it's just because of the way that I am, but I'm always afraid of what people think, and I shouldn't feel that way because I'm doing me, and I'm doing it because I love to do it.
Right.
So I shouldn't care what people think.
Shouldn't.
But it's like it always stays in the back of my mind, which I think is normal. It's normal for you to care what people think.
Yeah. Nowadays, yeah.
But I'm trying to escape that mentality.
How? This is important because people listening might want to know what can they practice mentally or physically.
I'm learning just as they are.
Oh, okay.
But just to do you. Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. Do what you love because you love to do it.
Yeah.
And don't let what other people think deter you from what you love to do. If you love to do it and keep doing it. Don't stop. Do not stop.
That's fair. I think I'll dive in on what you just said. Do you? I think now rooting back to the main problem of confidence, I think that people don't love themselves enough. That they can't do you because they don't love you as in yourself. You don't love yourself, and understanding what it feels like to love yourself is a foreign concept to a lot of people in this day and age because we're not taught that. We're taught to be kids, get a job, go to school, get a job, maybe college, and we're just taught this industrial lifestyle.
Yeah.
Not too many people talk about the mental fortitude and what we have to think in order to get into a very healthy mindset. That's a psychology thing. I don't know. I've never studied psychology, but I think all the time. All I do is think.
I would love to take a deep dive into psychology.
Absolutely. I am so interested in psychology. Psychology and philosophy. Psychology first and foremost because I think psychology gets to philosophy eventually. But I think if you figure out how to accept yourself for who you are at the very core, not just say, oh, I look great today, I love my pimples that I have on my face. Accepting yourself, but you have to love who you are. That sounds like just liking yourself. If you can love yourself, and I'm not going to guarantee, but I can almost guarantee that 90% of the people nowadays don't actually love themselves because they don't know what that's like. They don't know what that feels like. And I'm not saying that I do, but I've thought about it so much. Like, it just makes sense that that's the cause of all these problems. Like, if you don't love yourself enough to go out on the dance floor at some nightclub and start dancing without a care, then, you're going to have problems with caring what other people think about you, how you look. Oh, that guy's not dancing too well. Half the people there don't know how to fucking dance anyway.
This is true.
Right? So it's just your mindset on things. But figuring out how to change that mindset into, yes, it doesn't matter. But am I having fun doing it? And that's all that matters.
Yes, absolutely.
But, I don't know. There's a lot of ways to dissect that. Well, that was a good point, man. I don't know. That this is all a self journey. We're all learning the same as you, and that's what I hope to bring to this podcast and to you people at home. I hope you guys know that we're learning in real time too, and then you just don't feel stagnant. Just because you may be 30, 45, 50, or 18 and you feel stagnant and you feel unconfident in your abilities, hone in on who you are as a person before you think about what everyone else thinks. Just be one with yourself, and I think that might be the answer to everything. I don't know. I'm trying to get there too.
Hey, we grow together.
We grow.
We're a family.
Come on.
We are family.
Let's go.
We support each other. We're here for each other. And, we grow together.
That was a good one. I like that.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Good points.
GP. I have one last note.
Here we go.
And you could add more or whatever. But this came with also tapping back in with when I went to this piano concert. I've had a struggle, not a struggle, but I've always had a thought in the back of my head about, religion and whatnot. This is a big thing for me because in psychology, when I think of psychology, I think of, what makes people think certain things, what makes people feel certain ways, and why does it make them feel that way.
Yes.
So for me, I had a realization, but I could be wrong. I could just be thinking that at that moment, but it's a reoccurring thing. Every time that I hear music, I think of the impact that it had, and the impact that the fact that it's able to change people's thinking, the mindset, and how it shifts the culture. Like NWA, that shifted a whole culture. That started, justice for black people. All that stuff, like showing all the bad stuff that are the bad shit that's being done to African Americans in this country. That changed the mindset of not only black people that didn't know about it, but also white people, everyone else. The power that music has made me think of, okay, let's think a little bit beyond that. What is the reason that affects the culture so much? And I kind of, I guess, put it together with religion. Like, a lot of people in this world are religious. They believe in a certain thing. Some people believe in God or
a greater power,
Allah,
higher power.
Buddhism, I heard, was not a religion. It's a way of life. It's just how you live your life, which is fine. But that's still something you believe in. Higher power too. But is there anything similar in all of those things that you can, I don't know, I guess reduce to a prime number, like I was saying earlier? Like, does God, Allah, and all these other beliefs, do they have a similarity that maybe as a psychologist you would be like, okay, there's a reason that people think that they believe in something and then it just makes them feel better? Is it because they believe in something? Is it because they have something to look forward to? Is it because they have a faith? And I've thought about this for at least 7 years. And me personally, I came to the realization, which, like I said, I could be changing this a year from now, but right now I believe that the power of connecting with other human beings in this world should be a religion. Yeah, they may have their own beliefs, they believe in their own higher power, sure, but the most powerful thing that I've actually seen results from changing people's lives, changing how people think, is connecting with other human beings. When I was deployed, I met a lot of people from Europe, and just having conversations with them and seeing what they like to do. I don't know, it just makes me feel more connected than believing in the same thing. I believe in connection. I believe in, if I talk to you and I talk to somebody from, I don't know, Spain in the same way, then we have the same connection. We have the same even if we don't have the similar interests. If we don't like music, if you don't like music and I like music, but we connect through art, I don't know. That's more powerful to me than believing in something that I haven't seen, or I don't have to read a Bible to understand. Because that's real to me. I'm not gonna sit here and say God isn't real. I don't know. Do I believe in it? Maybe. For a long time I believed in a higher power, but I do believe that what's in front of us right now is me and you right now. We're talking into this microphone. This is what I know because I'm seeing it happen in front of me. And this is a connection we have. We are very close friends, and anyone that I meet in my life, I had a reason to meet them. So just the connection that I have with anyone in this world that I've ever met is more powerful than any connection that I could have reading a scripture in a Bible.
I feel that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like when I was watching the pianist do her thing, she, I don't know, made me realize maybe music's a religion too. I don't know. Religion is.
You said that before. Music is a religion. You've said that.
There was a point in time where I thought music was a religion because it has the power to change people's minds, to give them something to look forward to, something to believe in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
Not just reading a book. I could be canceled for that. I don't know. But it's just another perspective that I wanted to share with you, and maybe you guys can do your own research on it, or maybe equate that equation in your head a little bit. But I don't know. Some people believe in God. Some people believe in just ways of life, being a vegan, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I believe in the human connection because that is the highest thing that I could reach in this actual lifetime.
Yes.
That's what I believe.
And whatever you believe in, we support you. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like, we don't. I will say this. We hope this doesn't offend anybody.
No.
We're just speaking on what we feel.
Yeah.
And if you feel different, more power to you. We're all here for perspectives.
That's it. Just to provide different perspectives.
Yes.
And going back to my point, like, if you believe in a certain thing and I respect that, I have that connection with you, like, hey, you respect that, but we still have so much in common. We're a human. We speak things. We love certain things about the life that we're living. I'm still connected to you.
Yeah.
And that means more to me than anything in this world will ever mean.
Tell me more.
Do I need to believe in a God to appreciate the life that I'm in? No, I don't think so, because I love the fact that I'm able to talk to somebody, they understand me, and we're vulnerable with each other. That's what means the most to me at the end of the day. When I'm on my deathbed, am I going to care about if I go to heaven or hell? Maybe, maybe not, because I was, raised as a Christian, kind of, not really.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
But I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to think about all the people that I've met in my life. The impact I've made and the impact that people made on me to turn me into who I was, or who I will be at that point when I'm on my deathbed. And that's it. That's what means a lot to me.
I feel that.
And that is my perspective, and I hope that gives you something to think about.
Yes, absolutely.
It's crazy, man. There's so many ways to skin a cow, if you will. So many ways, dude. My goodness. That's an army term, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard that one before.
There's a lot. There's a lot of ways to skin that cow.
And cheers to that.
Oh, cheers to that. We're drinking some soju now, so we're mixing.
On to the soju.
Shouts out to the Koreans.
If you're listening, grab yourself a little drink to cheers with us. If you're of age. If you're not of age, get some water, soda.
And some Heineken Zero. Yikes.
Cheers.
Hey, man. Well, that's all my notes.
Oh, man.
Do you have anything else? I don't know.
Oh. Pour me a big shot there. My gosh.
Hey. It's all relative.
No limits.
Big, small, whatever. We're here for a good time, not a long time, and we know that.
Yes. A good time, not a long time, but with gooder people, of course.
Yes.
This is just a personal question for you.
Go ahead.
Because I've like, for the posts that we've had, like, for the Life is Beautiful one, the one we just posted, I was going to say something along the lines of good times, gooder people, because that's us.
Sure.
That's us.
That is us.
But at the same time, when I think about it makes me cringe. It makes me cringe a little bit, because I'm just like, I don't know.
What do you mean, like forcing our name down the throat?
Yes, I guess that.
What is your question, then?
Do you feel the same way, I guess?
No.
I don't know.
No, I don't, only because I believe, I don't want to say it's our brand, but I believe it could be a way of life for some people.
No, I agree with that. I fully agree with that. I agree with it, and I believe in the brand and the saying itself.
That could be a confidence thing that you're talking about. Do you not believe in yourself that you made this up? Good times, good people.
I did.
You made that up, not me.
I did.
This was your thought, and I absolutely 100% back that shit up. So I don't think it's cringy.
It very well possibly could be. I don't know.
It could just be a confidence thing.
But it was something I wanted to throw into the post, but I was like, I don't know.
See, look, we're struggling with confidence on
the daily,
on podcast, dude. So it's okay if you're dealing with this shit, because we're dealing with it too. But we strive on.
Yes.
And we still appreciate everything. And like I said in a lot of podcasts prior to, But the one thing that'll get you through the roughest day is just practicing gratitude.
Yes.
Figuring out how to do that is the hard part because I can't do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
But start with something small. Man, I appreciate Dane for letting me into his house all the time, or letting me eat his Wagyu.
I wish.
Grass-fed burgers. Grass-fed cow burgers, dude. I mean, sorry for the vegans, but I love me some meat.
Yes,
Thank you for all my friends allowing me to come to their birthday parties at their house, whatever. All that stuff. I appreciate every single thing anyone's ever done for me in my life. And I'm going to continue to do that because I'm paying homage to you, everyone. And that is going to get you through the toughest days if you know how to do it correctly. But everyone is different. So figure out your own way of gratitude.
Yes. And practice.
Please. And you have to practice. Don't just do it when it's a shitty day. That's kind of like praying, right? Back to my higher power and belief. Some people only pray when they're on the toilet throwing up after Commonwealth,
When you need it the most.
Tequila, if they're mixing Henny and tequila. Just practice it normally. Just do it like, I don't know, when you wake up. I don't do it normally when I wake up, but I do it throughout the week.
Yes.
Right. So I don't know. That's my way. Figure out your own way.
Yes.
But we're going to do this together, and like we say all the time, please reach out to us.
Yes.
We'd love to have a conversation about it.
And I think that's what... Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't even know what I was going to say.
And I was going to say, I feel like that's what we can leave them off on. It's just to be appreciative.
Absolutely. And that's...
Show gratitude. On the daily. Small, big, whatever it may be.
Do an R&R.
Yes.
A regular reach out. That's what I'm going to call it. I just made that up. A regular reach out. And I've said this in one of the first podcasts. I think I said just reach out to somebody and tell them, hey, thank you, or I love you, I miss you, I appreciate you, whatever. Just be like, hey, I haven't talked in a while, or hey, I saw you yesterday, or hey, thanks for this boba you just bought me.
Yeah.
Reach out.
Yes.
Let them know that you appreciate them, because if someone else does that to you, you would love it. I would love it.
Meaningful.
Be meaningful. Have substance in everything you do in life, and I promise you, you will not have any regrets. If you die today, tomorrow, and I hope not, knock on wood.
Yes.
But if it does happen, hey, you can die peacefully.
Oh boy! Hey-o! Bless you.
God damn! I have violent sneezes. Violent sneezes.
Oh man! If only that was on camera.
Oh shucks! Maybe after episode
11. Episode 11. Like I said, episode 11. We're ramping up things.
Stay
we
tuned,
are ramping it up.
Stay freaking
Be
tuned,
ready,
my guys.
Things will be different, hopefully.
Hey. That's the challenge for this week, not a question.
Yes.
Not really a challenge, but just please, not even a challenge, just do it. Just try it once. And if you don't like it, find another way to feel fulfilled, I guess.
Absolutely.
But it works for me 100% of the time. I love doing it. I don't know if Dane does it, but
for sure
maybe he'll try it.
Of
course. There you go.
Of course.
Let's go. We got to seek discomfort.
Yes, absolutely.
Get out of your comfort zone, man. If you don't like wearing heels as a female, go wear heels. Just try it out. Do it for the right reason, of course. If you're going on a date, go wear heels. Who cares what people think about you?
Absolutely.
Hey, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'm done, man. I'm done.
We're done.
We're toasted, my guy.
Oh, man.
Shit.
Episode 7.
That's a fucking wrap, bro. In the books.
Put a bow on it. We're done here. Episode 7.
Stick a fork in it, my God.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Hobby next week, man.
What an episode
absolutely
today was.
Man.
Huh? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
But yes, we most likely but I'll leave it at a hope. We hope to have Hobby back for the episode 8.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to hear what he says. I cannot.
But yeah, we thank you guys for tuning into episode 7. If you made it all the way through, dang.
Wow.
Props to you. We just hit an hour.
Yeah. And if you remember what we say, that's even more props, because some people listen to it all and they were like, oh, I listened to it. I was like, oh, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I don't actually remember what we talked. I never listened back to the episodes. Not anymore, at least. So.
Yeah.
But hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you a lot.
See, this is us practicing gratitude.
Yes.
And this is something you should do. With yourself.
And like I said, we don't care if you're tired of hearing it. We're going to keep saying it.
Yeah. dude.
Because it's real.
It's very important.
It's real.
This means something to
yes.
us. This is our substance.
Yes.
All right.
If you've posted us, hey, thanks a bunch.
Of course. That's the best.
We appreciate that a lot.
Give me the support.
A lot.
Yeah.
We appreciate
it. I would support you if you had a
Yes,
business.
absolutely.
I will. Try me.
But yeah, episode 7. We're done here. Dunzo. On to episode 8.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
We love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Life is beautiful because of you.
Yes.
Until next time.
See ya.
See ya.